Hey guys! It is the retard that you'll never watch in your windows. Hey guys, it's Summer, aka Kitty Fox or Summer Fox or Summer or Kill Me as this is called. And today we are going. This isn't a gameplay video if you think that. I'm just trying to find a game to play while mentioning my stories. Alright, so here's the story where here's some school stories I thought should be entertaining. So there was this one time, okay, so there was this one time in kindergarten, which was frickin' some years ago. It was one day in kindergarten, little Summer thought, well, so our kindergarten teacher, which I'll just call Miss Miss Flowers wanted us to make a story and draw it, and you don't expect a bunch of stupid, retarded kindergartners to go ahead and frickin' make an actually good quality story now, do you? I think not. And why did someone say fuck off all you bitches? I think it's the best girl, whoever her name is, because her story. Anyways, so I was a very creative child at this time, where I was completely stupid, and I was like, oh, you're just jealous, blah, blah, blah. Teacher, she's a gay. Anyways, so basically, I wanted to write a story about me and my mom at the beach, and this is not a real story. I will never go on the beach because of megalodons and sharks, even though megalodons are practically dead. But anyways, I wanted to make a story about me and my mom at the beach, and then I went into the water and magically became a mermaid. I know, we're stupid, right? So I did. So I wrote the story, I drew the pictures, I never wrote anything because I didn't write at this time, and no one questioned about it. So there's another story. Now I used to be in these classrooms because mom and dad used to fight a lot, and that gives a little Summer issues. Still does, but it's recovering, I swear. Anyways, so I was in the stadium, I'm pretty sure. And there was a teacher that I like, which I will call Mrs. Sleep because there's another way in her last name about sleeping or something. And well, frick. Anyways, I made a story about a mermaid running away from home, and then she meets a siren. Then they get in the sea witch, and then they're friends. I wanted to make part 2 to that story. Oh well. Alright, so here's one of the... So one day, and this was actually last year, I'm pretty sure, one day I was watching a Icy Pie video. It was the video... I made a cheesy creepypasta or something. I was like, hey, I want to write a creepypasta. So I went on a website that I practically did not know, but my sister was signed into it. And I'm like, I don't know what this website is. I just assume I can write stories on there. And just to make it even more sensible, it was my older sister's, it was on my older sister's account, and a few months later, I deleted all her stories because she barely goes on that account, so thank God. So I wrote a story about a guy who finds a phone on the ground and dies, basically. Here's another juicy story that happened last year. So last year, I was with my friend that I will call Sans because one of my friends really liked Undertale, and Foxy because the other liked Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Anyways, me, Sans, Foxy, we're like walking around and we were like, hey, let's not play something for a bit. Get your dirty minds out of the gutter, for God's sakes. Input my... What the... So basically, that's what we did. We played Five Nights at Freddy's for like... Not the game. We did it in real life because we're kids. And we're like in elementary school or some shit. Anyways, so we're just doing this BS. And our teachers are just cringing. Probably watching Jake Paul watching Jeffree Star and one of his old songs, Beauty Killer, because that's what everyone's listening to now these days. Anyways, that was just pretty embarrassing. Another story. The story how I got my first illegal boyfriend. Let's start this story. I will not give this person a fake name because I know he's probably going to be watching this. And by the way, if you recognize my voice, it's over, dingus. You and your little scandal of drugs is over. Anyways, let's just continue. So, there's a kid named Wesley, and I'm pretty sure he's a player, but I'm not sure. So he asked if I wanted to be his girlfriend because if I wore his magical ring forever, I could be his girlfriend. I said yes like the naive third grader I was. And just a side note, he was in 5th grade. Wow. Just wow. Remember how I said, never mind. Anyways, Wesley and I would go into one of the back rooms and play Legos. That's all we did. Nothing inappropriate. YouTube, please don't demonetize us. It wasn't. It was actually Legos. So believe it or not. So then the year came. Wait, no, this one. Never mind. It was the year came where he had to go to middle school. Oh, so sad. Oh, so sad. You probably cry. You cry in tears because you're a piece of disgustingness. I know, right? So, basically, last year he went to go visit me, and he didn't do it this year. Side note, I'm a 4th grader, and I already know about sex and trying to die. How sad. What a sad life I live in. Anyways, I actually have a side note for you, Wesley. I have a different guy. His name's Colin. He may be a year older than me, but that's still legal. So learn your freaking place, boy. Okay, that's the end of the video. Bye.